Thursday Thunder. Adrian,
yes.
How are you on this 17th day of September 2020?
As of right now?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Can't complain yet, but we'll see. Can't really say many bad things.
So we're halfway through September already.
Mm.
It's just crazy how this Rona impacted year has flown by.
Yeah,
We've all gotten used to this new normal.
Yeah, it's getting there. Like now I'm seeing people just being 1.5 meters away from each other at all times.
Well, yeah, and it's become pretty automatic, I must admit.
Yep.
I have had to tell people off though. I had to tell a lady off at the bank the other day because I could feel her breath behind me and she clearly wasn't standing on those little stickers.
Yeah. Or she was breathing very heavily.
Yeah, and then she like huffed and got all narky and I'm thinking, well, it's pretty clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just hygiene.
Regardless, Rona or not, I don't want anyone breathing down my neck.
No, even when there was no world pandemic.
No, that's right. I would have still told her the same thing to back off.
If you can feel condensation in the back of your head, someone's standing too close.
I was going to go somewhere with that. No, I've
Condensation.
totally gone.
Back of the head.
But yes, no, everything's going along very fast because that's what I was going to say, that this Rona impacted year, because I'm going away. So we'll have a hiatus from Thursday for the next week because I'm going away for a few days. So I'm just going away on a quick trip. But to find something in South Australia was very, very difficult. Like everything is booked out. Every regional caravan park, every regional camping area, most of them are booked out, and we ended up finally finding a houseboat. So we're going on a houseboat trip.
That'll be fun.
For about 4 days. So it'd be good to get away. But yeah, it's good for our local economy, I suppose.
Yep.
But everyone is holidaying within the state because they really can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, I had a client head off to Kangaroo Islands there actually.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's away next week. So
well,
they were telling me that it's crazy to get time over there as well.
Well, yeah, because I looked at Kangaroo Island too, and we could have found places to stay at on Kangaroo Island, but we couldn't get onto the Sealing Ferry.
Yeah,
that's booked out.
It's booked out, yeah.
Yeah, so unless we flew there on those times, because we only had a certain window too of going away, we wouldn't have been able to go to Kangaroo Island either. Which is good. It's a good thing. I'm not bitching and moaning. It's a good thing. Very good for our local economy. Yes.
Back into it.
Quickly, we'll go on to some shop news. Now, first of all, I just want to say that we have been extremely busy, and I want to thank everyone for that, both online and in store. And the supplement industry has been inundated or swamped. It's going through a real high.
Yeah.
To the point where a lot of companies are struggling to supply on time because couriers and everything are swamped, so delivery times are impacted. Now, the main cause of that is, I think, when the first lockdown happened, I think companies actually forecasted a down.
Yeah.
And they didn't keep as much stock levels and everything, whereas it was totally opposite. It went through the roof.
Yeah.
So we've got now, if you go into our shop and you look at our Rule 1 bay, there's 3 tubs there. But there is Rule 1 has just said that they got 2 container loads of stuff in just in the last 48 hours, and our order should be processed, but we're most probably not going to get it till Monday.
No.
If you look at our Optimum Nutrition bay, same thing, totally decimated. And Optimum have said that they've got something like, in the next fortnight, they've got up to like 10 containers of stock coming in. But obviously certain flavours are going to be impacted and going to be out, and it's going to take about 2 weeks for everyone to catch up.
Yeah.
Now, it's a great thing for all these companies, it's a good thing for the retail shops, but yeah, you may have to be patient or then just settle on a different flavour or try a different brand until your favourite one comes back in stock. But we are doing the best. It's got nothing to do with us. We've put our orders in, we just cannot get some of the stock at the moment.
Supply and demand.
Yep. But that being said, let's go through. You've got a big box of goodies there.
I do.
We've got a whole bunch of what's new and what's come back into stock. So let's go.
What's it going to start with?
Start with Macro Mike.
Macro Mike.
So Macro Mike, our first order went bunter and it went crazy.
Yep.
The response was really, really good. So we have got a second delivery of Macromite, and we've got some new flavors come in on top of the other
I believe
ones.
this is the new one, the Himalayan salted
That's
vanilla.
the new flavour, and just the original peanut butter flavour.
Yep.
Now these Macromite proteins, really, they were some of the best flavours I've used. But just be aware that they are peanut based.
Yep.
So if you've got any nut issues, well then obviously it's not for you.
Yep.
But it's fully plant based, based from peanut protein, and the flavours are really, really awesome. And we've got about 6 or 7 new different flavours now.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried any of these products yet, so.
$69.95.
Yeah.
Yep, for a kilo.
25 servings.
Yeah. Which is pretty well on par with any other plant-based protein or high quality protein in a 1 kilo size.
Not bad at all. All right, moving on.
Next,
Do we stick with Macromite?
stick with Macromite.
Okay, I have here in this box, in another box, is their clean cookies.
All right. Now, I was given some of these samples with our first order, and this was one of the most magnificent tasting cookies I've ever had.
Yeah.
Now, I'm under a lot of pressure because we're going to open one up here, and I want you to try it, Adrian. And now, if it is really, really bad, don't do a really screwed up face.
Okay, so.
But I just want to get your opinion because I thought they were magnificent.
So first off, I want to say that the packaging is absolutely beautiful, and this cookie just looks perfect. Like it just looks like no blemishes. It reminds me of an Italian cookie my nonna makes.
And I can smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it too. Now, as I said,
It smells like a cookie that's just come out of the oven.
I said last week there was a lot of plant-based stuff that I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And I have tried a lot. This is the first time trying this, so the pressure's on you. And I don't want to be mean, but I want to be truthful.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the, what flavour is this? Chocolate chip almond shortbread.
It only comes in that, they've only got this one in this cookie.
I love shortbread, so this is actually really good. I don't get any sort of plantiness or earthiness.
No.
Good chew, good mouthfeel. I'm a texture eater, so I love the texture. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I agree, these are really, 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 really good.
Yeah, they are really, really, really good. And we just got a few boxes in just to see what the customer response is, but I think when everyone tries it, I'll leave this box here at the gym. So this is for our members to use, but it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to finish this.
Yeah, they are really good. The only thing, they're a little bit pricey. They're $5.95 compared to most protein bars. You're looking at about $4.95.
The Lenny and Larry's one were $4.95, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're good. Very good.
And they are really, really delicious. Well, I'm glad that you didn't screw your face up.
I got that many people. Messaging me last week saying, "Oh, Prana ain't going to sponsor you anytime soon." I'm just being honest. You know, if they make a good product, I'll say it.
Yep.
This is a good product. Like, really good.
And that's pretty well in line with so far the whole Macromite range.
Yep.
I've been super impressed.
All right. Kim, I want to hand you one.
Yep.
I'll hand you that one. And I'm going to go this one. So I have here is this is also Macromite.
Yes.
This is the Adrenal Doctor. We need to talk about this last week. And you have the Gut Doctor.
We got the Gut Doctor.
Yep.
And this is now in line with their Brain
Doctor.
Yeah.
So you've got cognitive function.
Like a nootropic.
Yep.
So that one there is like cortisol support, adrenal support, sleep. You could use that at night time, like to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, so vitamin C, rhodiola, natural flavors and sweeteners, ashwagandha, magnesium, zinc, vitamin B6 and tryptandra. The only downside I see in this is they're all very herbal. All the things here are very, very herbal, and because it's got no artificial sweeteners, the flavor here is green apple. I don't know how this would taste, but I can assume it would function very, very well just because of the ingredients in there.
Yeah, it's a good formula. So yeah, if you're having maybe like adrenal fatigue, overuse of pre-workouts, or then even struggling to get into a good sleep cycle, take that. Now your Gut Doctor, that is just your gut support. Yep. So bloating, irritable bowel syndromes, gut dysfunction, digestion, if you're struggling with digestion, etc. That's it. So what's interesting with how they do it though, is that these are all an individual serving.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take during the day.
Nope.
The container with you. You just take a couple of sachets. So this one is a mixed berry flavour. You said that was an apple flavour.
This is a green apple
Yep.
flavour. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Gut Doctor, $59.95.
And same with the Adrenal Doctor, $59.95.
Available now
There we go.
online and in store.
Okay. I'll grab some other bars we've got down here. So this is what we spoke about last week.
We spoke about those that they're coming in, and they have now come in. So this is the new Maxine's bar, the Coconut Dream.
And this is the Hazelnut Heaven.
Yep. Now I use these. They sent me some samples, and these are really, really nice. Yeah, beautiful. They are soft, nice to chew, and not chewy. The flavours are incredible. They really are nice. Max's have outdone themselves, I think, this one. Now, they have changed the packaging on here, Max.
They have, yeah.
So that there's not a lady, because they were marketed at ladies before. This is a bar that anyone can use.
I think
it's not a big bar, it's a really handy size.
Yep.
And there's about 10, 12 flavours now.
Yeah, there's got to be at least that. We'll have to restock all of them.
Yep.
So
now we sell these for a box for $30.
Yep.
Yep. And there is also a mixed box available with Maxine's. So, but they don't have these in the mixed box yet. So I imagine once they redo the mixed boxes, they'll incorporate these ones in here.
Cool.
All right.
All right. So now let's go on to some new products that you brought in. And I just saw. So all these are all new.
Axe Sledge.
Yes.
Now this is not new.
That one.
That's just a new flavour. So we've talked about Seventh Gear, which is their high stim, high nootropic pre-workout. No pump formula in here, just stimulants. $79.95. You're looking at 30 serves, but this is their whiskey and cola flavour. Now in our range, our whiskey and cola flavours in all their aminos, everything's sold out really quick.
Yeah.
We were able to get a small shipment back in, but there's more coming in early September, October.
There you go.
So that is whiskey and cola in Seventh Gear. I've never tried that yet, so it'd be...
Seventh Gear?
No, the
whiskey and cola, no. Yeah, no, neither have I.
Yeah. It's cool flavour. Wonder how they sort of get away with it. With copyright.
Yeah, I don't think, because they're probably using just a different font or a slightly different font.
Yeah, but it sort of looks like it. Anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
Those of you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Okay, so I have this is one of the new products that we started
That's new. Yes.
So this is their testosterone boosting tablet Manpower. Now going down the list.
Before we come,
yes.
we only got a very small number.
Okay.
Of these.
Yep.
And we're talking like under 6.
Okay, so very, very limited.
Yeah.
Just a standard test booster. You're going down that, you got 3 capsules for a serve. There's 30 serves in a container. There's 90 capsules in a tub. Tribulus, mucunapurians for L-dopamine, fenugreek extract, salted muesli extract or muesli extract. I've never heard of that before.
Interesting.
I might have to look it up, but it's a chlorophytum, cow grass, long jack, maca powder, 3,3-dindolomethane, which is DIM, not to get that confused with 1,3-dim.
No, so that's your anti-estrogen in there. So there's an anti-estrogen formula built into it with that.
Hydroxylaxogenin and black pepper for your bioavailability.
Yeah, so it's nothing revolutionary, but it's a good solid test boosting, and I'm keen to try it.
I do. I reckon the added L-dopamine in there is going to have a bit of a higher feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah. $89.95.
$89.95 available now. Like I said, we have got a very small amount.
Yes.
That's all they were able to supply us, but more stocks will come in soon. Next up is the Dozer, which is their sleep formula. This is actually a new product with actual Axe Sledge, even in the States. They were talking about that in one of their podcasts a couple of weeks ago. They called it a non-drowsy sleep formula, meaning that some sleep formulas that you get, especially some of the ones that, well, you can't get them now because phenibut was the main ingredient in a lot of sleep formulas. They worked really more on, like, I thought, an anesthetic effect.
Yeah, you definitely felt like you get like trank, so you sort of just...
Yeah, so it wasn't like to me, it wasn't like a proper sleep. You woke up from it and you still were drowsy and struggle to wake up. This doesn't, so this has got quick rundown on the ingredients. It's got your ashwagandha in it, which is now pretty much a staple in all sleep formulas.
So you've got gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is GABA, 3,000 milligrams. That's your main hit to get to lull you into that sleep. L-tyrosine, chamomile extract, ashwagandha extract, passion flower extract, phenylalanine, theanine, mucunapurians, hydroxytryptophan, and tryptophan.
Yeah, that's That's an interesting inclusion, tryptophan. You're not going to find many products in Australia that actually contain tryptophan. And tryptophan has always been as one of the best amino acids for sleep.
Yep, definitely.
Hence you've heard like the old wives' mum's thing of a glass of warm milk at night.
Yep.
That's because milk has a lot of tryptophan in it.
There you go. Same with turkey.
Yes, exactly right. It does too.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why if you have a full turkey dinner, it helps produce serotonin, which is the relaxing amino or hormone that sort of just drifts you off.
That's right.
And tryptophan is known to increase serotonin levels in the brain.
Yep.
So this is available now, $79.95. This is a honey lemon tea. I don't know if you got any other flavors in that one.
No,
it's just that one now.
Just run the flavor.
Oh yeah, and that is 30 serves.
Yep.
There you go.
Right on that. And just come out from Max's is just they've released a pure creatine. So this is just a pure creatine monohydrate. It's 200 grams and it's only $20. $20
for creatine monohydrate.
$20 for a good creatine. Now that's interesting. We can do a quick segue here about people. They ask us, and I see a lot of articles, mainly done by supplement companies, about the benefits of creatine HCl, which is creatine hydrochloride.
Creatine hydrochloride.
Yeah, versus creatine monohydrate. And the HCl, people say that HCl is superior. But we could do a quick difference between the two. One, if you want a product that's got heaps of studies to back it up, you can't go past creatine.
No,
I think creatine monohydrate would most probably be the most studied,
researched, peer reviewed.
And everyone agrees it works.
Yep, everyone.
Now, when creatine came out after a while, every company started selling creatine, and a few companies, usually the smaller companies, they moved away and thought, how are we going to get some of this market, and let's come up with some niche creatines. So Creatine HCl was most probably one of those niche creatines, and it was promoted as being superior, whereas it's really not.
No, so there are people who say it's superior, but the problem with creatine hydrochloride is it has no studies to back up its claims.
Well, there is no studies. No, we spent a lot of time in the last 12 hours trying to find any.
I found one this morning where so they say creatine hydrochloride is more bioavailable. So it's more in the body, meaning you absorb more of it at a faster rate.
That's right. That you need to take only 1 gram of HCl to 5 grams of creatine.
The only caveat with this being is the only study that's proven that it's more soluble in water was a Dutch study where they had 1 teaspoon, not 1.5 grams, 1 teaspoon in water of hydrochloride and 1 teaspoon of creatine monohydrate in one. And the only causal correlation they found was the creatine hydrochloride was completely water soluble, where the creatine monohydrate was not. That's what they based on. Obviously the body's going to absorb more of it because it's more water. There is a huge difference between bioavailability and bioefficacy. Bioavailability means it's more readily active in the body, but bioefficacy meaning it is more readily used. It's sort of like if you were to eat like 100 calories, but then get rid of 99. Where if you eat 100 calories, you can utilize 100 calories. Monohydrate is far superior to HCl because it does have those studies. It can promote water retention, but that's what creatine does.
In the muscles.
Yeah, creatine draws water into the muscle cell. If you are, and when people say people cramping from creatine, it doesn't work that way.
No.
You can't draw water in and then get a cramp. That's not how it works.
And some people say, creatine monohydrate causes bloating with me. Well, then I would suggest that you've used most probably a cheap, inferior creatine.
The only creatine to beat creatine HCl in the water test was creatine monohydrate, marketed as Creapure, which is micronized creatine, which is actually what most creatine companies are using as their creatine monohydrate. They're using Creapure. Creatine hydrochloride can be more beneficial if you don't want to be bloated. But other than that, I haven't seen any studies. And neither have a lot of other journals. No.
And look, if the solubility is an issue for you, that you have to mix your creatine in water, and monohydrate, I agree, is not fully soluble, then go for a HCl. But you're not really getting a benefit from any over creatine monohydrate in terms of performance. None whatsoever.
The most funny thing to me is because it's creatine hydrochloric acid. It's bottled with hydrochloric acid, but when you look at what hydrochloric acid is, it lowers the pH levels of stuff, but it also is used to treat aluminium. I don't know how comfortable I feel drinking a fluid that is used to treat steel. But that's just me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, use what you want to use, but in terms of performance, they're both. I would still favour creatine monohydrate just because of all the studies.
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that. So, yeah. And it's cheap. I've seen other people say that HCl works out cheaper. You know, you can get a HCl, it's like 50 cents per serve. All right, so if we go for a 500 gram creatine, which we've got a number of 500 gram creatines, ATP, but we sell that for $35. There is, so we've got 500 grams divided by a 5 gram serve, so there's 100 serves. 35 divided by 100 equals 35 cents a serve. So HCl is not really more economical.
No.
And you'll find what all the bigger, more reputable companies don't have a HCl. They just sell monohydrate.
No, they just
and that's because they know that this is the one with the studies. And like I said, usually when you get these unique supplements that are really left field, they're done by a company who's either trying to get a share in the market. Whatever. Anyway, $20. Can't go wrong. I think that's it. Quickly, just we had the California Pros on the weekend.
We did.
Antoine Valiant.
Antoine's valiant.
Now, what's impressive about that victory was that he barely made the top 6 the week before in the Chicago Pro and made massive differences and changes to his physique. So well done, he's qualified for the Olympia. I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking and confirming that the Olympia is still going ahead. Now, one of the rumours I heard was that he might be moving from Las Vegas because they can't have a crowd in Las Vegas.
No, they have a tent.
So like the California Pro was run in the Las Vegas in a tent. Florida seems to be the the state that is welcoming all bodybuilding shows. You can have a limited crowd, but I don't think there'll be no expo this year.
No,
obviously. Just like with all other bodybuilding shows, there won't be any sort of expos or anything like that. But so it'll be interesting to see whether it stays in Las Vegas.
I don't think. No point. Biggest bodybuilding.
You really don't want to run Olympia without a crowd. Even if you can get 300 or 400 people in there, I think you need to have a crowd.
Yeah.
Interesting. That being said, the ICN will have a crowd.
Yes.
So our restrictions have stayed the same, so we are still able to run the show, and we can run it with a crowd, be it limited. It will be two show events, so there will be a bodybuilding show in the morning, and there will be an afternoon show in the afternoon, obviously. Now, I've had so many people asking me for tickets. Now, everyone just has to be aware that we are controlled by restrictions and the number of people we can have in the venue. So obviously, competitors are going to get first choice at tickets. You know, and we may even have to limit those to competitors can only buy a certain amount of tickets. So for me to get this out and for all you competitors, you need to get your entries in. You need to put your entry in as soon as possible. I know I carry on about this every year. Competitors don't put their entry forms in. This is critical now, because if you leave your entry in as a last minute, and I've released competitors' tickets already, you might not get tickets. You know, so just bear that in mind. Get your entries in. I think that's it. We're going to call it that. We're at 25 minutes. I will get really upset if we hit 30. Thanks everyone for tuning in. As per always, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle Online.
It's free Australia-wide delivery.
Free Australia-wide delivery. And of course, Australian Muscle, the gym. Come in and see us. We have our free, you never trained here before? Have your first workout free. Come and check out our unique equipment. We've got lots of custom-made pieces. And we have a great environment. I think that's the most important thing. Thanks guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.